Welcome to another pick a card reading here on my YouTube channel, Into the Light. Thank you so much for joining me today as I conduct this reading for y'all. So, today's pick a card reading is going to be about what are your spiritual gifts. So, what are your spiritual gifts? Pretty sure everyone's curious to figure that out. So, let's dive in and get to know you guys a little bit more. So, we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile 1 with this ring. Okay, so that's for pile 1. We have pile 2 with this charm. This is actually my lucky charm, so yeah, this charm. I think it used to be a keychain. And then we have pile 3 with this lock and key. Okay, so those are your 3 piles to choose from. Think of the question, what are my spiritual gifts? And let your mind, your intuition, find you the pile of your choice. I don't know why I said that so slow. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started with the video. And we're going to start with pile 1 with the ring. So if you have chosen pile 1, hello, welcome to your reading. If you chose this ring here, it's like a wood ring with apatite shell, something like that. Okay, so let's get started. What are your spiritual gifts? So, for the first cards, we have the attraction of opposites, and this is the Tao Oracle. And we have work on what has been spoiled. Okay. Then for your angel answer cards, we have cut your cords. And we also have goddess. Okay. Then for your oracle card, we have to be fair. And next for your oracle of Rama, we have great gain. And then your divine guide. Okay. So this is the power of responsibility. All right, so let me get this focused. Sorry for the little glare. Okay. See if I can put something there. I don't know. Okay. I'll be picking them up. So basically, let's start over here. So we have the attraction of opposites. So this makes me know that your guys' spiritual gifts has to do with things like law of attraction, the law of, the divine order, I'm going to stop saying, Also, honestly, I feel like you guys already have the feeling of what your spiritual gifts are, especially when it comes to, magnetism. I feel like you guys can bring in a lot of abundance into your life, and you could really just, manifest anything you want just using your mind. But as well, you guys are gift with this strong attraction, this strong, temptation type vibe on you guys. So another thing that I'm picking up here is in this lifetime, you guys might even pick up your soulmate, or even just have multiple soulmates around you. It's really easy for you guys to find them. Okay, with a passionate encounter here. All right. And for your next card, we have working on what has been spoiled. So with this card here, I see that you guys are also healers. You're very good at helping people correct any past issues that they've been keeping in subconsciously that has been affecting them over time. So you really help people dive into, their hurt, dive into their trauma or their fears. And I feel like people really easily come to you and talk to you about things that are bothering them, or just like any kind of, like, people can be very vulnerable with you, and you're the type of person to help them, restore that balance within themselves. Now with cut your cords here, cut your cords here. Yeah, as I was saying, like, you help people free themselves from that attachment that they have to past traumas, past fears, anxieties. Like, you're very great at like helping and healing people. Okay, so yeah, I feel like as well, like, you help people release release problems from their past relationships. Like, you're the type of friend that if you notice your friend was getting really sad and depressed about certain things, or they just had this big fear that they're not going to find like someone in their life, or they just felt like they're not good enough, you'd be the person to be like, no, like, you are spectacular. Like, your ex probably didn't think so and left you and played you dirty, but you know what? Like, you're super encouraging to your friends, right? And I feel like you're also the type of person at like parties or whatever with other people. And if your friend is drinking too much or smoking too much, you're like, you gotta stop with that refraining from destructive patterns. Like, you'd be the one to be like, okay, you gotta relax. You're always looking out for your friends. Now with Goddess here, yeah, I'm picking up that you guys have very strong feminine energy. Like, you're always looking out for your friends. You're always nurturing so many different people in your life. And you have very strong intuitive and nurturing qualities here. And because of this, like, this goddess also reminds me of attraction. So definitely you guys are really great at, law of attraction techniques. And maybe you guys don't even notice it, but, you bring in all of those positive, great opportunities into your life, and you tend to attract really close friends. But you can also attract some people that are a little bit shady, but you're attracting those people into your life because you're a healer. So sometimes you get not the greatest situations when it comes to people, like certain people, but it's all for your journey and the lessons that you're going through in this life. And with To Be Fair here, you guys are always trying to restore balance as well. Like, I think, yeah, up here it says restore balance. So yeah, you're always just making sure that, everyone benefits from certain decisions, that all of you guys are getting like the good end of the stick, And as well, I feel like whenever it comes to making decisions or making plans, you're usually the one that kind of is more of the leader in this. All right. Okay, but you don't make plans based off like what you would only like, but you make plans off of what everyone would like as well. So you're very understanding of different people and their different personalities. So it's easy for you to kind of just, run a group, because you're so great at picking up, like, very empathic. Yeah, you guys are very empathic. Okay. Now, with these two cards here, Great Game. So it says Rama's winning of Sita, his future wife. So yeah, I feel like as well, like, you guys are going to meet your divine counterpart in this lifetime, and multiple soulmates as well. But that one person that you have for the rest of your life, I feel like you guys have been seeing each other in past lives. You guys just always end up around each other. So whatever you're doing, all this good karma, in the end goal, you're going to meet your divine counterpart if you haven't already. So 3, it says a great partnership is forming. So yeah, definitely you guys are great with, creating partnerships, not even just with like romantic partnerships, but when it comes to business, you guys are very great at forming collaborations with good, strong people. All right, so that's what I'm getting for you guys that chose pile 1. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye now. Hey you guys, so if you have chosen pile 2 with the Om charm, you found your way to your reading. So what are your spiritual gifts? Let's get into it. So there's a slight glare, but I'll be holding up the cards. So we're going to start off. We have the cauldron, keeping still, past life issue, God box, peace. Then for your oracle of Rama, we have karma, and your divine guide is goddess Sita. Okay. All right. So what are your spiritual gifts? Let's start off with the cauldron. Well, honestly here, like, there's two cards here with Buddha, and then Sita is literally sitting in this beautiful flaming lotus flower here. Honestly, straight off the bat, I'm getting the vibes that this group has light workers, and really you're just here on earth to help other people, you know, release issues and come deeper into, you know, finding themselves, deeper into finding spirituality and just remaining peace and order, okay? But with the cauldron here, so we have inner alchemy, mastery, spiritual renewal, consecrate, contain, rejuvenation, discerning wisdom. So with inner alchemy here, like inner alchemy is all about returning to the source. So returning to your spirit, returning to, you know, your inner body, returning to yourself. And I feel like this is one of the strongest things that you're teaching people is, you know, not to get too involved with all the noise of the outside world, you know, not to get too deep into, you know, the stressors of things that are going on around the world. And it's also like more about freeing your spiritual self and realizing that you have a very strong purpose here and that your body is keeping your spiritual self, you know, trapped inside there. And it's great to be able to release that and come into your true character, your true being. Because, you know, your spiritual self, it has the parts of yourself that contains, you know, your personal beliefs, and, you know, it helps you release your fears, self-loathing, you know. So basically, part of your spiritual gifts is helping people recognize their spiritual self and who they are in order to help them release any kind of anxieties and hurts that they're dealing with, you know, providing your wisdom about freedom and also being, you know, very compassionate and loving and letting people know that it's important to protect that loving self within them. And with spiritual renewal, like definitely like, you know, helping people get back to the source, helping people realize that there is a strong power within all of us. And sometimes we tend to forget because of everything that goes on in our world, but we're all born very pure with our true nature, with all our gifts. And sometimes, you know, as we grow up and all the issues and things going on in our environment tends to make us forget. So it's all about like returning to that and mastering your inner self, right? And yeah, with consecrate as well, like this also shows me that you guys are dedicated to a service. So especially with past life issue here, it's like you guys were brought here onto earth and you have something to do that the divine has predisposed for you to do on this earth, okay, in this world. And also, like, I see you guys, like, it's also about dedicating to a god, a deity. So definitely you guys have a strong association with the sacred, with the divine here. You're here on a duty, okay, doing some work. Definitely some earth angels here too, because you have two angels right here, and then you have two doves. So that might be something you guys might resonate with. With keeping still, so we have meditation, self-renewal, composure, detachment, self-acceptance, equanimity, and serenity. So yeah, this is definitely pushing me to also just be thinking about you guys being like very, I guess I would say like a Zen master. You know, you guys are all about restoring peace and helping people realize that, you know, even though there's a lot of crap happening, even though there's a lot of issues happening in the world, it's important to detach from that because it only keeps you further from yourself, you know? And you teach people about self acceptance, loving themselves, and not not to be distracted by their fears and to overcome their traumas, right? Okay. Yeah, and with past life issue, it's like it says here, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. So I feel like in your past life, you guys had to deal with a lot of different circumstances and issues, but they all prepared you for, you know, where you are at today, like for you being here today. So any issues that you've already been through, it's not like you haven't done it already, like in a past life. Like you've already mastered this, you know? And in this life, it's all about being able to teach people, other people, how to master this as well, because it's possible for everyone to overcome and heal from, you know, their past issues, their past situations. Okay? And even with his hands here, you guys could also be like healers, even like Reiki masters here. Okay? You guys just have this, you touch people and you heal people just from like your words, and just feel like every day, like even little things that you say, like it really sparks people up. And with God Box, this is also about releasing any worries, concerns, and, you know, allowing the divine to help you with these issues, or even like with these desires that you may have. So I really feel like you're also helping people come to get more close with divine, their spiritual self. And as well, to, as I've been saying, like you guys are helping people release anxieties, fears, traumas, worries, all of that. So you guys are healers, right? And you wouldn't be doing this if you didn't go on this journey yourself, right? And with peace here, this is all about, you know, freedom from attachment. You know, some people get attached to, you know, material things, or they get attached to their triggers, or get attached to, you know, their fears. But you're teaching people how to release that and be calm and, you know, tune into their well-being in spite of external conditions, right? And just finding harmony within ourselves, within yourself. I'm just having deja vu right now. Okay, so next we have karma, right? So this will be another thing that you guys, as I was saying, like in your past life, you had a lot of issues and experiences that have built you to be able to overcome a lot in this life. So you guys are, you know, releasing all of that bad karma, and all this good karma is coming in. Especially the more that you help people, the more good karma comes to you. You know, the divine is watching over you and seeing all these services of kindness. So we have 5. So it says difficult times, take shelter in spiritual practices. So this is basically saying anytime that things are going down and you feel like you're getting lost, tune into your spiritual practice, tune into yourself. And that's what you also help teach people. So that's what I got for you guys that picked piles 2. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye now. Hey you guys, so if you have chosen pile 3 with the lock and key, you found your way to your reading. So, what are your spiritual gifts? let's figure it out. So we have grace, approach, crystals, solar plexus chakra, poise, and then for your oracle Rama, we have good and bad fortune, and your divine guide is Hanuman. Okay. So, what are your spiritual gifts? I brought the cards down a little lower because there's a little bit of a glare up there, but I'll be picking them up. So let's start with grace. So when I think of this, I think of, God's grace. Like, people think you are literally a gift to the earth. Like, you have been touched by the grace of God, You're beautiful, you're very loving, very kind, and you have a lot of creative power. For this pile, I'm definitely picking up some star seeds here because, especially with God's grace, people say God's grace is basically, the link between humankind and the divine, right? So people kind of think of it as stars. I'm seeing a bunch of stars here as well. So, and stars in this card as well. So I feel like for some of you who have chosen this pile, something that is part of your spiritual gift, if you notice it or not, is your creative expression. And the things that you give to others, like the types of approaches and what is it called? The deliverance of services that you give to other people. So this can be through your creative talents, like music or, anything that really heals people that anyone can listen to, can watch. You make people, you bring up feelings in people, a lot of emotions in people, okay? And I feel like as well, like with this card, like this is all about, bringing out beauty and self-expression. So I really feel like some of you guys here are going to be like celebrities or just part of like stardom. You're going to have a lot of followers, going to be like a really great big influencer with especially transforming people from their dark times out to, better times. And you do this through creative expression. And I see that a lot with Poise here. This looks like she's a dancer or whatever, like a performer, especially with crystals as well. Like when I think of crystals, like crystals bring out emotions in you. Crystals channel different emotions from coming out. And yeah, I feel like part of your spiritual gifts is just the energy that you convey to other people through the things that you do, like the work that you do. And with approach here, so this card is all about like the transitioning from, winter to spring. If you can tell, there's like a little bit of like snow. I'm not too sure why it's on the inside here, but as well, I kind of see this as a representation of coming out, because this looks like a church to me. So I also see this representation of coming out of, a church, coming out of like the spiritual world into, the 3D world here onto the earth. So yeah, also brings out more of that whole God's grace link between humankind and the divine. But as well, so now from the transition of winter to spring, it's kind of like a metaphor that shows you were born to, go through all these hard times and break the karma and, rise above your ego. It's all about, life awakening, I would say, like a spiritual awakening. And you help people, lighten up, right? So we have advancing, a warm reception, prosperous conditions, increased influence, hopefulness, lightening up, and an arrival. Yeah, so definitely with increased influence, like you guys, whatever you do, you influence people to be better. You influence people to, get more close to their well-being, get more close to their spirit, and tune into their emotions. I feel like you guys also help people bring out emotions that they've had like pushed into their subconscious. So you guys are definitely healers here as well, and you heal through your creative expression. You guys can even be artists as well. Yeah, with crystals, the energy of crystal supports you and helps with your present situation. So I feel like some of you also may do crystal magic, crystal healing. I'm getting like a vision of someone like laying on a couch with crystals going up their body. So this could be some kind of healing work that you may do or might want to get into. But there's a large emphasis on crystals here. It also might help you with unlocking your spiritual powers as well. With this locking key, like maybe there's some spiritual powers that still need to be unlocked. And once it does, you're going to feel super in charge with your life, right? Because the solar plexus chakra is all about your personal power. See, it's safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways, right? So I feel like you guys still haven't really unleashed this like fully. And once you do, you're just going to feel like, I want to say inevitable. I don't know why, but you're going to feel very strong, and you're going to be able to follow your true path and create the life that you actually want, right? In the way that you do it best, that you know how to do it best, right? So, when you think of spirituality, you might think of people that, do meditation and do meditation classes and teach people different things, counselors, whatever, healers, but you can heal through things that like through your passion. So if you're a dancer, if you're a singer, if you do art, you can channel healing through different forms, like physical forms of things, okay? With poised here, I'm just getting like a warm feeling in my solar plexus chakra right now, like huge vibration of energy right now. Yeah, I feel like you guys are bringing things to light. You guys are definitely bringing forward your true self, your true being, really understanding, why you're here on Earth and what your life purpose is. And you can have more than one life purpose. So you guys might have, a few, like many. But yeah, this is like you help people bring things to light. Bringing up emotions, as I said, causing people to, channel their subconscious issues, subconscious feelings that they've, kept down there, and you're letting people unleash that and bringing them to reinvent themselves and be more powerful and come into their own personal power, okay? And this card is also saying like your skills are sharp, you have everything that you need already. You were born with every skill and everything that you need to help other people find themselves and be confident, and even like finding your own self and being more confident in your being and your own skills and your spirituality. So good and bad fortune with Hanuma. So this will be favorable conditions or favorable situations for small gains only. So be alert to stay aligned with Dharma and divine will. So this is also showing me that you guys will have to tune into, doing things for the good of people, for not following your ego, kind of just like, especially if you're a performer, you're doing things with art, always be grateful and humble and express gratitude for who helped you to get you to the place that you're at as well. It's going to start small. You might just be helping people around your community, and then it will get bigger, But don't force yourself or push yourself to go too fast, especially if you feel like this might not be the time for me to take action on certain things, right? Because you got to first start with unleashing your personal power and healing yourself before you can do that for other people. So that's what I got for you guys. That shows pile 3. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye now.